Welcome to Skylight Huddle, episode session 15. Didn't put everything away off this table yet. Give me a second. Yeah, so episode 15 of Skylight Huddle. I keep interchanging the name or the what do you call it? The type, um, session, episode. I think session sounds better. But today I went with episode twice, it seems. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Thought I'd get started at 2 o'clock. I think 2 o'clock is the ideal time for me. It's like the perfect time of the afternoon where you're just getting off lunch well before dinner. So I think we'll keep it at 2. Gonna have John on today. He's running errands. Or working. I can't remember which. But he'll be here soon. And we'll play until he does. And I was thinking about playing this Minilogue today, so I set up for that. John will probably play the drum machine. He's getting pretty good at that. He's done some really clever tricks. I really enjoy seeing him figure it out because it gives me a insight into some tricks that I wouldn't have thought of. He was putting a signal of the drum through the delay, and he'll twist around the time knob and the feedback knob and then play with the volume, and it sounds glitchy and it like repeats on itself really fast, and I thought that sounded really neat, and so I tried doing it, and turns out I like that sound. I like that kind of glitchy sound. I have kind of postal service sound. We have a question that I've been kind of thinking of lately that we're going to start exploring on the stream soon. And I encourage anyone listening to this to comment on maybe some of their answers. But what are the question we're trying to kind of discuss is what are some of the albums, or maybe it's just songs, or in my case, it's experiences of music, like, live venues or things, but what kind of things were in place to inspire you if you're a musician to want to explore more? And the question started out with what are your favorite albums, and then became what are your albums that are influential to your music, and then it's now becoming, in my mind, I haven't really expressed this to anyone yet, but it's becoming more about what are the musical experiences that have defined what you appreciate about music. And I remember hearing some of the drum effects that were being done in the Postal Service album that came out in like 2003 called Give Up. Well, it's their only album. The drums in that sound really cool. Very fast, but like computerized. And then there was these warm synthesizers over top of it. I find myself exploring that sound a lot. All right, let's play some synthesizer. think I might just start from scratch. You can clear out the patch and then just do whatever. There's already an empty patch on here. Sounds like a pure sawtooth with cutoff. Very, very sharp. Almost sounds like it's ripping. Sounds I like that sound. I mean, it's cool. Sounds very video game. Square waves are more video gamey though. You put an arpeggiator on there. That really sounds video gamey. There you go. That's an arpeggiator going really fast. 64. A 64th note every hit. At whatever BPM that drum machine's set to. I have the drum machine here slaved, the Minilogue is slaved to the drum machine's MIDI clock. That's cool, sevenths. These two have to play really fast arpeggiations to get chords in the old trackers. And that's why video games have that sound. Because they can only play a certain amount of tones at a time. So you get 4 in a tracker usually for video games. Like Super Nintendo, for instance, had like four tones that could be played at once. And that became pretty limiting. So you could play, with the 4 tones, you could play a chord like this, like that. But then what if you want to put a melody over it, but you still want all those tones? Well, their trick to get around that is they used one of the channels and they just played notes really fast on that one channel. And that's how they came up with their chords. It's kind of funny. Kind of a cool sound. So, I don't really have any direction on what I'm trying to accomplish right now, but maybe I'll put down a groove on the drum machine here in a second. Just something simple, and then I'll play some triangle wave over it or something like that. Ooh, that's weird. Alright, cool. It's a triangle. That sounds kind of... pure tones, oscillators, they all sound, for the most part, like video game music. This kind of has a Zelda feel. A little bit more release. I'm gonna put down a little groove on the drum machine. My voice probably sounds different on this mic. Try to make these at the same EQ, but whatever. The drum might be a little loud. Sorry, kind of a bit crush sound to it. It's kind of cool. Is that coming from here? Huh, it was. The MIDI is starting the arpeggiator, or the sequencer over here on the Minilogue. Let's see. We're at 145 BPM. All right, hold on. Let's see what we can do with this drum machine. You know why it's playing a tone? I just realized. It's sending a signal from here. Last week we had it set up in a way where it would. We were playing with the neutron, Behringer neutron. It was sending a signal from this at a certain note. I think it was just a C. And it would send it to the neutron, and then that would run through a series of pedals, and that would make... I was messing with the tones of that. It was kind of cool. You should check it out. Last week's episode. Yeah, it's doing that really fast. I guess it'd be a 16th. No, I'm sorry, it'd be a 32nd. Like, on the closed hat, real fast, just a roll. So many different sounds going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I was talking a little bit about the 3 oscillators in here. I was relating it back to video games and how, with trackers, and they used to program for video games, there's only like a certain amount of oscillators you could get, and mentioning how you can kind of get some of those sounds if you just use pure oscillator tones, like your sawtooth or your triangle or your square or whatever. So we messed around a little bit of that. And it kind of worked out well because you still had the master effects on that drum machine doing that crush sound. So I hit play and it just kind of worked. So I was like, all right, we'll play some video game sounding stuff.
Was there already like some kind of pattern in it, or
I did a
you
little
have to
tweak.
make something?
I tweaked a little bit,
What
but
does it sound like here?
yeah, play it. And then I have a kick and a snare that turns
Yeah,
on.
see, dude, that crush is just it,
It's
dude.
cool.
I like that sound so much. Since we're not using this other channel, I feel like that's where bass should go, because that's the only channel that would give us gain. And we won't low cut it, obviously. Let's make it spanky. Just gonna line check this bass real quick. We don't have a DI, do we?
Oh, we
Andy?
do. Yeah, we do.
Dude, can I get one?
Absolutely. Give me just a second.
this, folks? He's got it all ready. Beautiful. All right. I was gonna say, because that's literally all the gain available in that channel on the line input, and it's still real quiet.
That's cool. Nice.
That's pretty sweet.
Some good mall pop.
Yes.
That's mall pop, dude.
Interesting description. I'm into it though.
Yeah.
Mall pop, huh?
What's your shirt say? Is this the band you went and saw?
One of the bands.
Now you're repping the merch, dude? Are you a fan?
Man. You listen, man.
I'm just asking.
They put on a good show.
That's awesome.
And
dude.
nobody's been able to play for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just very, very thankful to be able to go see a show again. So I felt it especially necessary, like more than I usually would anyway,
Yeah.
to like buy, whatever people are selling kind of thing. And it was a great show. So, it's like whatever.
That's cool.
Might as well buy some stuff.
We're talking a little bit about that prompt I gave you guys, but we're not getting into it today. But I was just thinking another band in this
Here,
last.
Can we try something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
The drum machine is on this. So I'm gonna try swapping it with the channel next to it because this has a pretty solid output. I don't think the gain works on channel 4.
Okay.
So let me.
I'm gonna have to grab that other mix board from you. I think that one sitting down in our storage.
Yeah, that
in the
one works
storage.
pretty good actually. All right. Let's see.
I could fit in here. We could put it up there.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the gain knob does literally nothing. So I think it's very dependent on like the thing you plugging into it has like enough gain of its own. But
Okay.
that's fine. How do? Bitch, really? That's it.
Dang,
That's the channel game, bro.
man.
That's still better than it was, but that's crazy. Yeah, this board's
You just
seen
need
better
something
days.
that can like a boost of some kind, right? Something to like add gain.
Yeah.
I'll have it set up for next week then. I have a few things we could use for that.
If we're doing bass stuff over here more, I could just start bringing a bass board
Okay.
too.
That works.
Because it's set up over at Vibe Unit for just DI anyway. If I just grab the board, it's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, you just have to bring it over. That's the one we use, like on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's got a compressor, some dirt, and a DI on it, so it's perfect.
Nice. sounds good. It just needs a little boost. That's all. It's not active.
That is true. Yeah, that'd be nice to have.
Okay. I think we'll do that in sequential
At some
weeks.
point, I'm going to get... I want to get another bass with an active setup in it. Because usually when you have basses with active setups, they have like an active tone section too, which is really nice for like really kind of dialing in the tone you want without having to like
totally
need other stuff, right? Like you can kind of do it on the instrument.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into that. And I find that the kind of tones you get out of that are just so much more aggressive, which is great for like doing heavier music. And I don't really have a good bass for doing that right now.
Yeah.
Plus, the other thing too is when I get another bass, we have this bass. I have 2 basses, technically 3, but one of them's broken, which I just need to get rid of. I don't know if anything's salvageable about it, but it's actually an electric stand-up bass.
Oh, cool.
But I think the neck's broke, so like, what are you gonna do with that? You know?
Yeah. You could. Yeah.
I thought about like stealing the pickups or something out of it if I was gonna trash it or whatever. Maybe make some crazy thing out of it, but. Really,
where'd you pick that up? Were you playing that?
I got it from a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
But now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably the reason he gave it to me. I was really stoked about it at the time, but then when I realized it was broke, I was like, oh.
Dang.
I mean, it is an instrument, but yeah, I got.
Yeah, if only it had a little more volume, that's all. There you go. That last little 5 dB you could get. You been playing bass lately? You been playing bass for your metal stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. Been doing a lot of that.
I forgot to grab that mix you did of that one
It should
song.
be sitting. There should be a mix of it in the folder.
Okay. I should look for it.
I'm not saying it's, it's like the usual caveat applies, right?
Yeah,
like,
did everything sync?
No, I'm not done with it yet. So
you want to listen to it now?
No,
let's listen to it after the stream.
I'm
saying
saying that applies when you listen to it.
Gotcha.
But really, it doesn't matter. Anybody, like it's not. Yeah.
That jam we just did with a lot of that glitchiness and stuff. I guess you wouldn't call it that. It's like a bit crush sound. It's giving me postal service vibes and a lot of that chord progression changes we did. And I was thinking, with the prompt that we're working on for the following weeks, I definitely say that postal service is definitely in that influential category for myself. There's just something about it feels very vintage and ghostly, but like organic, but also like very digital. It's hard to explain. I think Ben Gibbard's vocals make it sound very organic, and then Jimmy Tamborello, his like music production makes it sound very, systematic and computerized. I always love that blend.
That would be the root, whatever note that is. No, it's E flat. That could be something.
F, D minor, C, F, D minor, C. Then when you go up, I think it's either G. I couldn't tell if you went to a G or an A. I didn't catch it in time.
The other pattern is. Yeah, there's basically two basic patterns, and they each play twice before going to the other one. So like the first pattern is. This is the second pattern. So one of them starts here, and the other one starts here.
Okay.
But that's the only two I've come up with so far.
Wish I had my notebook up here. I could write this stuff down. I'm so bad at memorizing.
Here, I'll just stay on one so you can figure the patterns
That'd
out
be nice.
individually. That'd probably help you out.
Yeah, that would definitely work. So B flat, C, F. Okay, what's the other one? Okay, so it's
Then we go to the minor six. Just then it repeats. We'll go to the other pattern. Next pattern. Next pattern. Next pattern.
I like that a lot, and I think I want to retain that, and then maybe formulate several ideas using that chord progression in the weeks coming. You know what I mean?
That could be cool.
Because then that way we have like a chord structure idea that we can just kind of make a theme and then work around that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I like what that did there.
I'm hitting that accidental. When I
See,
come
now
back.
that you're trying to do it, you'll never get it to sound
It sounded
the
really
way
cool.
the way that exact one did. Good thing we were recording.
I almost had it again.
Oh, that's the thing. You gotta just. You have
think
to
what-
just barely be on the
Here's what it's doing.
half step above.
What it's doing is.
Is it the polyphony
it's
cutting
the polyphony
it off? Yes,
cutting
I
it off.
knew it. Those are the best kinds of sounds.
I can hit it almost every time. That's cool.
That was okay. We were talking about that at some point. I forget whether it was
You and I?
here. Yeah.
Okay.
But like those are some of my favorite sounds are when people had to do crazy tricks
Yeah.
with like some of the early synths that didn't have enough channels where it's like you gotta lose something. But people would, instead of just making it be like abrupt and abrasive, people would find ways to like abuse that on purpose.
Yeah.
Literally like what you're doing. Because it's like, look, one of the notes had to get dumped anyway. Why not just use the fact that it can't actually play all these notes to my advantage and just like have that be part of the sound?
It's like finding creativity within parameters. You're limited,
And it's weird too, because I've even seen examples of this. Say you have some old game maybe, and you run it in an emulator, and the emulator's good. So like, it has effectively unlimited CPU cycles and whatever to emulate perfectly whatever that chip is. But in a sense, like that's not really maybe what you want if you want it to sound like the original thing did. Because it's like, unless you maintain those kinds of things, like when you emulate that synth, are you emulating things down to like, what is the polyphony of
what's its limitations?
Yeah.
You have to program those in too.
Right, because if you build it better than the original limitations were, things actually might sound worse. Because people abuse the limits to like create so much of those soundscapes. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's a really nice, like, just round synth sound anyway. What does it sound like if you pull the octave down a bit? Like, what's the low end of that synth sound like? I was just trying to see what that bass note sounded like. Really warm, actually. Wow, that's actually really full.
How delayed that is. Pretty delayed. I gotta figure that out sometime.
What?
My camera feed. It's always delayed. Not worried about it right now, but I always notice it when I look over.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's very organy, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
You could even put a
Very, very sine wavy. But there's also a little bit of something else in it. Is it sawtooth?
No, it's all triangle. But the thing that's deceiving you and thinking
triangle, yeah, because triangle waves are the best.
Yeah.
It had to be.
The thing that's deceiving you though is I had the shape of one triangle wave shifted over so far that it almost could be sawtooth, like a reverse sawtooth. That's what you're hearing in there. It's in the shape. It's got that brightness that a saw would have. Also, I'm bumping the resonance around the cutoff, so
I see that.
I was getting that so I'm getting a lot of tone out of that, just frequency-wise, just across the board.
It's supposedly supposed to be like a reverse reverb, which I don't know if that's really what I think it is or not. I can't tell.
There's two types of reverse reverbs. So that one, what I think is doing, it's not doing a reverse reverb. There's two types.
It's gated and there's clearly an envelope on it. I don't know.
They're emulating it. They're lying about what it actually is doing, or what it actually is.
Yeah, let's see what this one is. That's just a chorus. Whoa, cool.
That's really cool.
That's actually, not gonna lie, that's kind of a warm chorus.
That's a very nice sound.
That's dry, right? And then
Okay.
I feel like
It's not bad at all. I like it.
that's in parallel, of course. So there's like a wetter mix of it. I kind of like it, if I'm being honest. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
I hear it detuning. That's cool. Is that on my side? Yeah, it might be on my side.
I don't know.
Oh, no, it's definitely on yours, because mine...
Yeah, so you're right on.
That's amazing.
Like, I kind of like this chorus. Are we allowed to say that we like the chorus in a Behringer, $99 mixer from 2005 or something?
The real question is, do you actually like it?
Yeah, I really
then
like it.
I think you have to tell the truth.
I really like it. Like, it has all the things I actually like in a chorus. Which, by all the things, what I really mean is modulation. Like, this kind. Like, do you hear that? Just listen to that for a second. Holy crap, man. Let me just make the mix a little bit wetter. Do you hear that tuning drift? That's rich. And I'm not really sure there's some variation in it too, and I don't know what that's being driven by. It doesn't appear to be level based. Let's see what happens if we push the input of the effect a little bit more. Sometimes there's something interesting that happens when you do that. That's on this end, don't worry. We're just almost into clipping there. There we go. That is really nice. For reference again, here's dry. Now, part of the reason, I'm willing to admit, part of the reason we probably really like this sound
Yeah,
It's because without it, everything's mono.
that's true. I
Right.
have everything routed that way. Yeah. So that's making it stereo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the return is definitely stereo. And maybe that's what I'm hearing. Is there some sort of cross-play between left and right? Like the modulations are feeding each other? Because that's an easy thing to do in DSPs, have some sort of feedback loop inside of it.
Yeah. Sounds really cool.
I'm kind of a fan. I'm going to keep rolling through these, though, because I kind of want to see what else this thing has hidden away in it.
All right, I'll just keep messing around with those chords.
The next category is flanger. Wait, there's a whole bunch more choruses. Hold on. That's even more
I was going to say I like that one more.
There's like 3 more choruses. Let's try another one. I don't hate that either. There's 2 more. That one really drifts. This one because it has a really rich stereo image, and in addition to that, I feel like the modulation is even more pronounced than the other one. So 29 and 23, I think, were the ones, or 26 and 29 are the choruses we like. You liked this one.
Yeah.
Which I do too, but I like this one because it's a little bit more focused on the low end, while still being like quite modulated. But I guess it depends what you're going for, right? Like there isn't a bad sound, it's just
What are you trying to
what do
achieve?
you like? Yeah, what are you going for? Let's try a flanger. We're into phasers now. Rotary speaker is next. That's actually stereo. Interesting.
Oh, that's me. I'm trying to do like a...
No, that's me. That's a Leslie. If you're going for that organ sound. Yeah, it's an interesting rotary emulation.
Darken it up a little bit over here.
Delay. This is weird. It's like a single tap delay. Like I think it only repeats once.
Sounds cool though.
It does. Yeah, it thickens it in a cool way.
Yeah.
Let's see what this one does. Same thing, but just longer.
Is that even longer?
I can't tell. This one might actually have tails on it.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay.
So some of them do and some of them don't. That sounds pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that one.
Let's see. There's a couple more of these. I think this is just longer. Oh, this one's slower. So there's one more.
It's
so
darker.
The question is
Yeah.
it darker? Yeah, you're right. That is.
And then what's this one? Very
Oh,
long.
just longer than that. Yeah. Check. Let's see what else there is. Oh, now there's like mixtures of effects. So this should be chorus and reverb, I guess. Which could be nice. What's the reverb sound like? Not real strong. There we go. That's cool. Ooh, there's rotary speaker and reverb. Hold on. It even has the rev up? Does it do it for going down? When you switch between the fast and slow, it stays on the effect, but it must just be changing a parameter for speed. Because check this out.
Weird.
It accelerates. And now watch if I go back down to the slower one.
That's amazing.
Amazing. Delay and reverb. Oh shit, you can do delay and I'm sorry. Do we curse? We don't curse on this channel, do we?
We can do whatever we want on this channel.
Okay. Here's delay and chorus. Which who knows which one's in front of the other, but do if you just like staccato a note? Weird. What does this one do then? It's delay in chorus, it says. I think it's delay into chorus. Because it sounds like the delay happens and then it goes through the chorus effect.
Yeah, I think I'm hearing the same thing as you. Unless... I think it's just all throughout, so I think it's...
That's with nothing, right? Listen to how much of this adds. The shit quality Behringer board, dude. Just fattening up synths. Oh, wow. Hold up. Oh. So this one's more delay in chorus.
That sounds cool. But there's nothing on there, right?
Yeah.
It's dry.
Oh, sorry.
What the heck was that? Good thing I have a limiter on the OBS. What's that supposed to be doing?
A gate, maybe?
So what, if I put like a long release, it should... Yeah, it gates it.
Weird.
like some flanger ping pong thing? What's it, just panning?
Yeah, it's just slow panning in a circle.
That's cool. Like a square.
That's what it sounds like if you mix that with the original.
That's cool. That's a good way to create space when you only have a mono signal. That's cool.
Even if there's just a tiny bit of it, listen to this. Here's off, right? I'm just going to try to add it.
Okay.
Like there's barely any in there. But I like that.
That's so pretty. I like sounds like that. Sounds like a video game. Yeah, it feels good with that. What do you have it doing exactly? It's panning, but isn't it?
No, it's on an auto filter. Here,
I like that.
if I drive it harder, it opens up.
We could probably send more signal. Try, hey John, try sending more signal to the DAW. Our gain's pretty low. You can just turn your headphones down. Yeah, that's much better. Is that some kind of distortion? It's cool. Ooh. Somewhere there, let's get that. Boosting the resonance a little bit to kind of crunch it up a little bit. That.
Yeah, you just distort the hell out of it.
Yeah.
We have a range. We can get anywhere from here to here.
What if we add some noise to it? Ooh.
This is one of my favorite. This is actually my favorite when I was a kid and bought this. This is my favorite effect on the whole thing.
It's like a low fidelity mode.
It's called Vinylizer. And it just puts noise, has like a sample of noise it's just playing. That sounds like a record or something. Hey, this is what it sounds like by itself. Like if that isn't playing anything, the noise is still there. So
it sounds like a needle running with that kick, like that little. I love that sound. And you can sleep to that.
oh yeah.
Makes me want
And then it also can do a 1 kilohertz
to.
test
Oh,
tone. If you ever need
that's cool.
SMPTE burst, there it is. Go back to that distortion.
Yeah, what does it sound like? Sounds like a modem. I gotta use that sound. Do you hear how the distortion, whatever it's doing, depending on the frequency. Up here, though, listen. It's partly to do with this, but. It's weird. I like it. It like chokes the tone out.
What's that F sound like? Or, sorry, that B sound like there.
Why did you know to do that?
Because I know the frequency that the digital bullshit is sampling at, and that's the closest note you're gonna get that might oscillate. You could try it with the B above that as well. Yeah, that should especially. It should. Yeah, it's gonna cause this to oscillate.
Where's that coming from? Are you doing something that's making it do that? You hearing it?
Yeah.
What's it doing?
I told you, it's fucking with the sampling.
Sounds like a fax machine right there.
Like I said, that's the note. That's the guard band.
That's beautiful to me. I love that.
Do you hear how parts of it though? It'll start to oscillate.
Keep it on.
Sometimes it gets farther than others. Hear that?
That's weird. too.
Like I said, B sounds is the closest that I think you can get to the actual sampling.
Let me try something else. We're gonna mess with the pitch over top of that. So much, dude. That's kind of my jam, is just that glitchy stuff. Like you find like a frequency in there that sounds cool. And I'm sending a square wave through on the pitch, so it's just, you know, messing with that.
Yeah, square waves of anything when you're trying to get these kind of sounds are going to be the best. And if you're trying to mimic what like data sounds like, varying the period of the wave, not the intensity, is the thing that'll make it sound like there's data being transmitted.
Do that.
There you go. That right there sounds like data being transmitted. No, a little bit more. There, too much. About like that. So that right there. That right there is a little fast. There you go. What that sounds like right there is like frequency shift keying. Because the way that works is you transmit with a couple of tones, right? And one of them represents like a 1 and one of them represents a 0.
Yeah.
And so it's just sequences of those, you know, of just those two tones, just of varying periods between them as it transmits chunks of that, and that's
so weird.
data.
I like messing with the intensity. I'm just getting those weird. Right there. That's cool.
That sounds like high-speed data. Like that's what cell phones sound like if you were to listen to it. Something like that. Yeah. It just sounds like wide spectrum. That sounds, you had it just there for a second.
was like tuning a timpani or something that hit. I haven't heard it in a second. It's gone.
Telling me that just sounds like high-speed data being transmitted.
A lot of cool stuff you can do with that, man. I got some of that recorded. That's cool. Where did that sound come from? What's that rev up sound? Is that from this? Is that some weird... From when? It's just doing the same thing over and over.
Listen closely.
Yeah, I hear it. What is it? Sounds cool.
It makes me think there must be like... Is there some kind of LFO that feeds something somewhere and that's just like the digital noise coming from like whatever slope it's generating? I don't know.
Oh, it's not the LFO on here. That's not running, so there wouldn't be anything running there. It's very weird. What else is in here? Maybe there's like a... We were hearing a noise in there,
Here, let's try this for control's
and
sake.
we're trying to figure out what that noise
I'm
was.
gonna mute our mics again, and
Go
then
for it.
I'm gonna say turn the volume on the instrument there, all the way down, and let's see if it's still there. Like, what is that noise an artifact of? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Here, I'm gonna mess with the effects section.
What is that?
Like, why is that? Is my question. Like, what possibly? What does that benefit? I don't understand. You probably can't hear it on the stream.
Yeah, right.
But maybe you do, and if you do, maybe
promise
maybe
it
you
can
know
be
what it
heard.
is.
It's very interesting.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I need to hear it more. Let's see if we can find it. I'm messing with... I feel like it might be like delay related. There you go.
Like, are all the effects like off and
I'll-
whatnot?
I'm going to turn them off now. Okay, they're all off now. Who do I ask about this? Like, who knows anything about Minilogue XDs? Why are we hearing ghost game sounds coming from the synthesizer?
Like, I can't speculate because I don't know what the signal flow looks like for one of those, you know? Like, but there has to be something.
I have everything off. So it's got to be something like in here. Look at the lights. It's a ground issue of some kind. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Hold on.
So I was right. It's literally, it's noise leakage from the envelope generators.
Oh, I wonder if it's... Okay, it's not that. Looking through, like, maybe there's like some weird thing playing. Use your scales. I don't know what that is. Dump MIDI. Still there.
Just leave it off for a second. I don't hear any of the oscillations I was hearing.
It's like a sequencer. It's like
So
a.
turn it on. I want to hear the startup sound of it. That noise, that's the B I was talking about. That's the digital sampling noise. I told you it was a B. You hear that?
Uh-huh. That is the most odd thing. I wonder if anyone else has noticed this yet. And we
I can tell you right now, right?
Okay.
My Googling this evening is going to be interesting.
Yeah, and let me know what you find, and I'm going to do some research of my own, but that is bizarre. And kind of disappointing, but also kind of interesting, intriguing at the same time.
I mean, it may be something that's unavoidable. Like, I don't know. I mean, granted, what we're doing to the tone, like, we're adding tons of gain. And, excuse me, effectively adding harmonics, you know, which is just accentuating it that much more. But it's very interesting to me. I've never thought that that would be just noise from the synth.
Do you hear it?
There it goes.
I still hear it.
Whoa, that's way more pronounced. What are you actually, like,
I'm messing with the MIDI stuff. I'm trying to see if it has anything to do with it. Like it's trying to send sync data out or something. Anything. I'm just trying anything.
That's so crazy, man.
I don't know if it's that yet, because it doesn't seem like it's... What happens if we turn the brightness down? Active stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of there no matter what.
Yeah, it seems to be. What else we got in here? There's program stuff. I just wish I knew what it was, like what it meant, like what it's for. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah, like what causes it?
Yeah. Like what piece of this equipment is the reason that has to be doing that, or is it that it's a broken piece of the equipment? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. There's a pitch settings in here, and it's got a whole bunch of different ones. So, I didn't know this about the synthesizer. He knows who his Uncle John is, that's for sure. I didn't know this about the synthesizer, but there are scales you can choose, and it'll change, like, I don't know exactly how it's changing it, but I know C major is not C major anymore. Reverse. Dude, I just retuned this thing where the low end's down here and the high end's down here. It's cool. Can create more like creative ideas and stuff. Do you know what an AFX 001 is? Is that referencing something? So weird. Huh, interesting. Well, I never did solve the problem of the weird arpeggiation. We'll have to look into that. It's very odd and cool, and just every piece of equipment seems to have its own little quirks, and I like to figure out what those are. So that's cool. Get into a little discovery time and try to figure all that out. So, yeah, that was Skylight Huddle episode session. We're calling, I don't know, dude. We calling it episodes or we calling them sessions? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We're going to call it there. We're about 15 minutes over the 2-hour mark. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, Tuesday. Going to try to start around 2 again. And, yeah, you folks have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe.